Hi, everybody. Jack O'Malley, and it is a Wednesday update. I'm recording this a little bit early because I've got a committee I have to go to, then I have a meeting, and then we have session, which I'm told is going to go kind of long today as we're voting on some budgets and things like that, and there's amendments and all that stuff, so it takes time. So I'm going to kind of hit on a lot of topics here that I think are important. I might not go into massive detail on all of them. I know that there's always that question, well, you're talking about it. What are you doing about it? Well, again, there are only certain things that the legislature can do legally. Some of this falls on Attorney General, who, in my opinion, is in cahoots with the governor. And then it takes a governor who's willing to implement different rules or abuse different rules. So this isn't something that can be taken out of context. And well, you're too polite. Well, you know what? I think that we need to be respectful of each other, and we need to fight, and we need to push. And you need to be aware of some of this stuff. That answers the question of, well, what are you doing about it? Well, first of all, I'm trying to inform you so you hear what's going on, so that when you're talking to your neighbors and when you're talking to your friends or you're talking to your legislator, you can say, hey, what about this? Why aren't you doing this? So that when it comes to the ballot box, you're an informed voter. At least you're hearing what I think. You can check it out if you agree or disagree. That's what I've always said. So, lightning round, some things today. The budget. The next few weeks, we're going to be passing out budgets. Are these budgets perfect? Do I like everything that's in some of these budgets? No. But I'm going to vote for them because I know that there are discussions with the Senate and the House are going to talk. And then, the administration, if they start to play ball, we'll get some discussion points in here too. So we are a far way. These budgets, when we pass them out today, it's only the beginning. All right. Maybe it's better to say it's the second step. So over the next couple of days, when you hear moaning and gnashing of teeth about budgets, hold on. It's good to be aware of what's in there, but many of the things will get adapted and changed once there's discussions, because there's a Senate version and a House version, and they're not exactly alike, right? And that's why we have two houses. So just aware of that. Today, I'm going to introduce a resolution on the floor because tomorrow will be the first ever Pregnancy Resource Center Day in the state of Michigan. There will be about 30 pregnancy resource centers out there on the lawn, and it's an opportunity for them to get to know the legislators, because there's a lot of misconceptions about pregnancy resource centers. And I think this is I've championed this from the beginning because I am pro-life, but I realize that not everybody agrees with me and on that topic. And so my hope is that until laws may change or may never change, I want to make sure people realize there's groups like the Pregnancy Resource Center out there, centers. There's about 90 of them in the state. They get no federal money, no state money. They do it all on their own. I want people to know that, you know what? These are caring people who understand that a young family, a young mother, unexpected, might not know what to do. That there are groups out there that will, they will support you no matter what your choice is. They want you to have that child. But if you choose not to, they're still going to love you and help you because they know on the other side you're going to need that help. And I don't think there's anything wrong with giving love and support to people that are in a crisis time. The other thing that I think is key with pregnancy resource centers is that they advocate for and explain the adoption process. That's another reason why I'm thrilled to be on the adoption task force, because we need to do everything we can to help push for adoptions. A lot of love, a lot of good people that could be with families now if there had only been a real discussion on adoption. So, something for tomorrow. Let's see, what else? I'll save this big one for last. I think this is interesting. We talk about the COVID vaccine rate, and that's a big discussion. And again, I'm hitting a lot of topics, so I'm not going to go into great detail on these. I know that many people are not thrilled with the benchmarks that the governor has set. I'm not thrilled with them. I think they should have been lower on the vaccine rates, more realistic, and also there should have been other metrics like hospitalization rates, infection rates. There should have been a much more detailed, balanced approach. But again, balance is not something that Madam Governor likes to do. So there's just something that I find interesting, and I don't mean to point out and pick on people, but here's our governor moaning that we need to push and push and push. We're up to, I think, 55% now. In my district, Leelanau County leads the state with 70% people who have had at least one shot. Benzie's got 66%. Mason County has 57%. Manistee has 56%. Detroit, 33%. Why is that, Madam Governor? You're moaning and telling people they need to get this. We've talked about regional plans, but you've got us all lumped together now. But the city of Detroit has 33% vaccination rate. Isn't Detroit where the big Ford Field, whoop-de-doo, Madam Governor, has a Ford Field vaccination clinic? And the people of Detroit don't even go to it? Last I checked, Ford Field was in Detroit. So, Madam Governor, you don't always make sense, do you? All right. Benson, Secretary of State Benson, has submitted a letter to the U.S. Senate Committee on Rules and Administration calling for the passage of the, quote, For the People Act. That is the bill, I think H.R. 1 is what they're calling it. I don't know. It would set the federal standards that states must follow in running its elections. That is total bull. States' rights, that's how this country was founded. I don't want a federalization of national elections. You know, our whole election battle is interesting, and this is a fundamental piece of where we're at in the United States of America right now. And so I will fight for that. I have signed on to, in case you didn't know, I have signed. The bill hasn't moved out to a committee yet, but I've signed on for Michigan to accept the Constitution, Convention of States. I'll spend another update explaining why I'm on that, but because I believe in states' rights. The federal government should be smaller, not bigger. So Secretary Benson, no way should that federal standards on elections. Sorry, no, states' rights, and I'll continue to fight. More on that on another event. Another thing that I'm hearing a lot of people about, a lot of people are upset, I get it. The MIOSHA rules. They were implemented for 6 months, then they were re-upped for 6 months. Now the governor is trying to make them permanent. And there is a process. More on this as we move forward, but I know a lot of people are upset. I know the chair of JCAR, the Rules Committee, Representative Luke Meerman, is working on this. He's going to be holding hearings. I'm going to post a link on this Facebook page a little bit later that will allow you as a business employer to talk about your problems with the MIOSHA rules, that we will then make sure this is a chance for you to get into the process, because MIOSHA has to have hearings on this. We have to have hearings. There is a long process here before this actually happens. And trust me, we're going to push back on these MIOSHA rules. But we're going to give you a chance to get your voice heard. So be on the lookout. We'll get this thing posted. It's a link you can go to, and it's coming to us. We're going to make sure that email gets to MIOSHA and that comment, all right? So be on the lookout for that. I just wanted you to know that's coming, because that MIOSHA stuff is a pile of horse manure, and we've got to stop it. And we need your help. What are you going to do about it? We need your help, all right? So instead of just keyboard pounding, we're going to let you send your thoughts via this email so that we can get it to MIOSHA so that you can help us. All right? So be on the lookout on that. More on that as I get some details. I'll move forward on it, but I want you to know we're awake and we're following up on this. And also with the Convention of States. If you're not sure exactly what that is, Google it. Search for it. It's out there. And you can learn more about it. We'll talk about it, and I'll explain to you why I signed on to it. We'll do that at another date. All right? I'm at about 10 minutes, and I got to get to committee. So I'm going to say so long, and I'll talk to you again on Friday, okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.